Oh no, it's Majin Buu. He's insane. And that's the best part. Before we start, do me a quick favor and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment. Now, let's get moving. What's up, guys? That got the pencil here, and have I already told you I like crazy villains? Like, insane villains? Villains that don't really have a sense of logic to them. Villains that are so crazy on a fundamental level that they stop becoming real villains, because they don't seem to have any control over their actions, and they're just, like, absolutely insane. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, if I haven't mentioned it before, and Majin Buu is that. Majin Buu and Kid Buu. I like them both a lot. I think they're both really interesting characters for the fact that you can't have them as interesting characters. Now, here's the thing. I'll admit, Fat Buu, Good Buu, whatever you want to call him, Chunky Buu, he is an actual character, you know. He has his development. He grows to care for humanity in a sense and life with how he takes care of Bee and works with Hercule and all that stuff. That's all fine. However, what is really interesting to me about Majin Buu is the initial release of him. Because Majin Buu is exactly what would happen if you gave a kid superpowers. If you told a kid, hey kid, you can fly, you can blast things, you can jump in the air, you can turn things into candy. You just removed like all preconceived notions of morality from that poor child, we'd have Majin Buu. And it's interesting to me, I don't know. I think Majin Buu is so much fun on his initial appearance because of what he is. He is a malignant force of nature that really just lacks direction. Like, he has no way to guide himself. All he has is Babidi, and Babidi's like, well, what time is it? Yeah, it's killing time. Buu, go crazy. And then, of course, Buu just does it. He goes crazy, he starts killing people, he causes havoc, because that's what he's being told to do. He's a kid. And then, when Babidi's done in, Buu's like, huh, well, that's wild. I kind of was enjoying the whole being crazy thing. You know what, might as well keep doing that. And then, boom, he goes wild, go crazy, he keeps doing it. And then he finally stumbles across a person that's like, hey, how come you ain't scared, boy? And the blind kid's like, yeah, I don't know what you look like, Chief. I don't know what anything looks like. I don't know what looking is, bro. And Majin Buu's like, hold on a second. I'm Majin Buu, bro. Like, I'm terrifying. I'm a real one. Hold on, Chief, I got you. Heals the kid's eyes up, and the kid looks at him, but there isn't fear in his eyes. There's joy. There's something else. There's nothing that Buu usually expects when people see him, and it confuses Buu, because he's like, wait, you're supposed to be like this isn't how the contract works, bro. I'm the main villain of the arc. Like run in fear a little bit, like what are you doing thanking me, bro? And I love the confusion that he goes through. And seeing him grow attached to life and stuff like that, and seeing joy in people, seeing how Hercule just has to immediately bow down to Buu, and B, how he ends up forming a connection with his dog and healing him, all of that is really, really interesting, and it's so cool to watch just because this is not something done with a Dragon Ball villain before. You have villains becoming good or whatever, and that's in like your Vegetas, your Piccolos, your yada yadas. However, Buu wasn't necessarily evil to begin with. He was just a destructive presence with no direction. It's like calling a tornado evil. Like, on the fundamental level, yeah, it destroys a whole ton of things. It's very destructive. It's basically impossible to stop. But is it evil? Yeah, it's sort of just a force of nature. If you could direct that force of nature, that'd be something different. If it's used for evil purposes, then that's a bad thing. However, now that Buu was free, he sort of just developed his own sentience. He was living a good life, and then he got shot because people wanted to take down the big bad Majin Buu, and that made Evil Buu, and that made Super Buu, which is admittedly my least favorite incarnation of the character. Like, regular Super Buu all the way through Buuhan, I don't know. There's just not. It's not for me, I guess. I think it's because he becomes less interesting to me at that point, because now he's evil. He's flat out evil. Like, he's willing, and he has so many cool moments though, like the human extinction attack. Even him just like, I don't know. I actually think, now I'm thinking about it. See, this is why you think about your thoughts before you ever record anything. Then when I think about it now, I'm thinking of the time when Buu was told by Piccolo, bro, we need like 1 hour. If you could just chill out here. Here's a clock, bro. And Boo's like, I bet. So he just squats down and stares at the sand in the hourglass and like doesn't move. He's just waiting for the sand to run out. And it shows that there's some of that like childish nature still within him. Because I guess if you told a child to do that and told them they'd be getting a reward for it, a reward they were looking for, which is the case with Super Buu. Super Buu is still Buu, who was promised a good fight by Goku. I guess that's how it will work. It's so interesting seeing Super Buu do that. But I also love the dichotomy. You know what? I actually do like Super Buu now. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm regular Super Buu, I think when he absorbs people, that's when he gets a little more boring. But I think the reason I like Super Buu now, when I'm thinking about it, is because of the still flip on sight. You had a logical through line when it came to Cell, when it came to Vegeta, when it came to Frieza. I don't know why my brain just lags so hard to forget Frieza. But the thing is, you had a logical pattern there. You could recognize patterns, you could react accordingly. That's why working around Cell was interesting. That's why working around Frieza was interesting. That's why working around Vegeta was interesting. However, if you remove that rationale, if you just give a person who lives and breathes and kills by their own desire, such as Super Buu, you could either sacrifice all of humanity in one shot, which is what Piccolo accidentally did. He thought Buu was going to go around and kill humanity one by one, in a Cell kind of sense. However, Buu just raised that hand and said, kill them all. And then everyone died. Simple as that. It was, wow, that's crazy. However, then in the next moment, he sat there, stared at that clock for a whole hour because he felt like it. And really, Chi-Chi did herself in, when you think about it. Chi-Chi is the one who was like, oh, how dare you do this to my son? Hit him. Buu was unprovoked. He was like, ma'am, really? And just instantly turned her into an egg and stepped on her. Like, Chi-Chi, it's wild to say Chi-Chi did that to herself, but she did that to herself in that sense. That wasn't going to happen if she just left Buu alone. He was chilling. But I think when Buu drops off is when he absorbs people. Because, I don't know, I like Buu when he absorbs people because it shows cunning. It shows a little bit of that, like, that's something, that's the thing. I think what makes Buu so interesting is that while there's only one version of him that's called Kid Buu, all of them have that, like, childish wit to them. Like that, I'm going to work around you in this way, or I'm not going to be entirely obedient, or I'm not going to make too much sense. So when he tricks Gohan into letting him fight Gotenks again, only to absorb Gohan, that was cool. And I think he just becomes boring when there is a logic to him. When he's like, oh yeah, I want strong fights now. I'll beat up everybody because I'm the greatest. I don't know. I missed the chaotic Buu. And we didn't really get much of that when he absorbed Gohan. However, once he was finally reverted, seeing him go back to literally the purest form of Buu. There's no fat Buu. There are no Kais in him. Kid Buu. The force of nature that Kid Buu becomes. There's nothing more iconic to me. No, I'm kidding. There are more things iconic. But there's nothing more hilarious to me in all of Dragon Ball Z than when the dramatic music is playing. There are the panning shots of butterflies flying around Buu. It lands on him. And Boo's just standing there. And he's like, you know what? Forget this planet. And it's just so, it's back to what I loved about Buu. It's back to that unpredictable, you don't know what's going to happen. He doesn't know what's going to happen. Akira Toriyama doesn't know what's going to happen. Because Boo's that crazy. And seeing him just instantly, he did what Vegeta, Frieza, Cell, practically every single villain in Dragon Ball, I'm confident to say he's the only villain that destroyed Earth in canon, other than Frieza later on, but that got time rewritten. Buu did it, and he did it so quick. That's the thing, that's what gets me. Buu was so ready. Buu was about that action. Kid Buu was about that action. I think that's my favorite part about him. You could never say Kid Buu was lacking. Because Kid Buu kept catching other people lacking. That's my favorite part about Kid Buu. The man was nuts. He had no preconceived logic. He was just like, man, I came here to destroy, and maybe destroy, and yeah, destroy. Man, you know what else I should do? I should destroy. And what I love about it is that he understands, like, little things. Like, he's like, wait a minute. Yo, that guy right there, he blocked my blast the first time I tried to blow up this planet. That's crazy, Chief. Hold on, I'm gonna go chase him. I want to kill him. And the thing that gets me the most about that is that Buu obviously is still rather intelligent. Despite him being an insane brawler, he knows how to use his body, he knows about his regeneration, he knows how to track people, he learns techniques instantly. All of that is so cool. But he's still nuts. He's still bonkers. And it's great to watch because it leads into all his crazy usage of his techniques. He literally was so mad lad that he had to get everyone to kill him. Everybody. You had Earth, you had Namek, you had everyone who was there. Goku couldn't beat him with Super Saiyan 3. He just couldn't hold up the fight. Meanwhile, Buu was like, come on, Chief, you know you want to die, And he was having so much fun, and I think that's the thing. Cell was having fun, Frieza was having his fun, Vegeta was having his fun, but seeing Kid Buu is just one of the most, it's so, I'm lacking word, like I want to say primal. Like when I say Kid Buu is a force of nature, I mean Kid Buu is a force of nature. He can't be reasoned with. He can't be toyed with. Majin Buu, you could reason with. You could manipulate a little bit. Hercule ended up doing that. Humanity ended up doing that to Buu accidentally. And humanity ended up leading into Super Buu. Super Buu, he could be guided a bit. He could be manipulated. Sure, he'd flip on you in a heartbeat. He'll kill all of humanity when you expect him to take him out one by one. Or he'll sit down in front of an hourglass for an hour. That's fine. You couldn't say anything to Kid Buu. Kid Buu didn't even speak. That's the thing. Kid Buu didn't even speak. You knew something was wrong when the boy went, Buu! That was all of Kid Buu's dialogue. His own name or ooh, 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 ooh. That was all of Kid Buu. And that's the difference. Kid Buu flipped the switch. Kid Buu was no longer a villain. He was a force of nature that happened to have a name and happened to be the strongest that they had to deal with at that moment in time. It's wild. Kid Buu, hats off to you, man. But really, now that I think about it, I like all the Buus. The only Buus I don't like is Buu-Tanks and Buu-Han. Other than that, I think every Buu has what the core Buu initially had in that unpredictable craziness factor, and I like that a lot. But you guys, tell me what you think about Buu in the comment section down below. I know he's like a lot of people's least favorite villain, and to be fair, I do like Vegeta more. I also do like Frieza more. I also do like Cell more. Heck, if you ask me on a good day, I could even say that I like Jiren. Nah, I can't say that. But tell me what you guys think about Buu in the comment section below. Do you think he's great? Do you think he's bad? Do you think he's not crazy? Do you think Buu makes perfect sense? I want to hear it because I haven't heard that yet, but I wouldn't be shocked. But regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off.